Hey, it's Jay Jones, and welcome to Janell Jones Empowers YouTube channel. Today, we're going to talk about 4 keys that I use to help me overcome disappointment. If you joined me last video, I talked about success has a cost. Now, success means different things for many different people. It has many different branches to success. It can be in your personal life, it could be in your business, your professional life, your family. It could be in any type of area. It's all look different from all of us, and we can't or don't have to define our success to anyone as long as we know what that means. However, on the road to success can be very disappointing. I shared with you last time that whenever I felt disappointment, that I would retreat. Sometimes this would be 2 weeks, this would be 1 month, this would be 2 months, and I found myself in two positions whenever I retreated. The first one was I was in the same place as I was before with no movement. The second one was I was actually further away. I took 2 steps back just by pausing a month or two. And it left me in a worse situation than I was, and I almost would have to restart because I lost my momentum when I paused. So first, I'm gonna tell you what the definition of disappointment is. We hear it and we subconsciously know it, but I think it does not give it justice if you don't hear the actual definition. So disappointment is the sadness or displeasure caused by the non-fulfillment of one's hope or expectation. Did you hear me? The sadness or displeasure caused by the non-fulfillment of one's hope or expectation. So generally when we're faced disappointment, this means that something did not happen the way we anticipated, right? So for me, it was people were not showing up for my webinars, they were not buying my books. I had over 3,000 people who liked my new book, my new title. They liked it, they comment on it, and they converted to about 20 buys. Yes, I was disappointed. So I didn't get something fulfilled. I did not get my expectation of, my book being on the New York's bestseller list when I first put it out there. And it made me sad and it made me retreat and it caused me to doubt and second guess myself. So I want to walk you through how I had to learn to overcome it, because guess what? You're going to face disappointment. I don't care if it's your personal life or your business life or your professional life. You're going to face it. So I want to show you or share with you ways that I learned to deal with it. Number one, don't quit. Despite of what's going on, despite of how you're feeling, you cannot quit. I had a very hard issue with this because I did not like rejection. I mean, no one liked it, but no one likes to feel or be rejected. But I dealt with a lot, just rejection, and I usually run from it. So I actually translated people not coming through or not showing up as a rejection. So I was in my feelings, but I had to keep moving. I had to keep going. Like I said earlier, when I stopped and start again, I was restarting every time because I would lose my momentum. So don't quit. 2, it's kind of the same. You have to be consistent. So you have to post something every day. You have to read every day. You have to meditate every day. You have to do those same things every day. You have to remain consistent in what you're doing. You sometimes and what I mean is a difference between quitting and being consistent. Like I continue to run my business, but that still means I had to post every day. That means I had to, like when it came to healing, that means I had to face myself every day. That means I had to use my affirmations every day. So I have to be consistent in that, because it's like something as small as I take a lot of holistic supplements kind of to help with different things, and I'm not going to see the results if I don't be consistent with taking this, right? So that's different from quitting. Quitting is just completely stopping altogether. But if I'm sporadically doing it, so if I take it one day and then I take it 5 days later, when the instructions tell me to take it 3 times a day, I am being inconsistent and I am not going to see the results that I should see, right? So you have to remain consistent. The third thing is, don't lose focus of your goals. Whatever your end result is, let them be clear to you and visual to you. You need to remain or have a consistent visualization of what you want, what your end goals are. Let's face it, whenever you're going through life and you're trying to get something, sometimes it's not easy. So you have to look at your end results so that you know that you're doing this, and you can always be clear of what your why is. Number 4, reassess yourself. So when I first started with the disappointment, I had to be honest with myself. I had to do some internal thinking and say, Janelle, you are not being true with yourself. You're not consistent. You're not being able to like post. For instance, trying to get my book out. You're not posting every day. You're only reaching a small amount of people to get your book out there. You're not going on YouTube. Like, people have no clue who you are. And I believe I have a great product, and I could be biased, but I believe I have a great product. But if people don't know who I am, no one is going to buy it. So I had to reassess myself. So what's different from me than the me who started 2 years ago was I had to become comfortable with who I was and what my niche was. And then also I had to continue to like be better at branding myself and, getting my things out there and sharing the world what I do and exposing myself so that people are able to connect with me. So I had to learn how to do that. I had to reassess myself and be honest. Are you honestly doing what you need to do? And I wasn't. And it was because I was afraid. Like, I found that fear kept holding me back from reaching my fullest potential. Like, yeah, I knew what to do and it sounded good, but I had an excuse as to why I couldn't. So I was getting angry because I wasn't seeing the results that I so desired or so thought I deserved. But in all fairness, I wasn't putting out the effort to get there. I wasn't booking radios. Like, I had this fear. And so I had to learn how to overcome fear. Really, I got to the point where it was just like this. I'm going to do this or I'm going to be in the same situation. And so that's kind of what pushed me. And so I had to learn how to grind a little bit more to ultimately get what I want. So I hope that is helping you with your disappointment or overcoming disappointment. You can use the same principle in any area of your life. If you're trying to overcome healing, don't quit the process of healing. Be consistent with your healing, whether it's saying affirmations every day, whether it's meditating, whatever that is. Don't lose focus on your ultimate goal. Your goal is to heal. Now, healing is something that takes time. Don't try to rush the process, but know your end result is to become whole, not perfect, but whole. And then finally reassess yourself and saying, are you really forgiving that person for hurting you? Are you really letting go of that situation? Are you really forgiving yourself for what you did? So you really can apply all 4 keys to any area of your life in order for you to overcome disappointment. One thing that's for sure is disappointment is inevitable. You're going to be disappointed, but it's what you do with that will cause or determine what your next steps are. If you're going to remain the same or if you're going to rise to the next level. Thank you so much for tuning in to Janell Jones Empowers YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you here and hear your feedback. Take care, and I will see you next time.